The words of that song, "Now I Have Everything." It hasn't been a long time since I could say that, but truly today I do have everything. Let me tell you just a little bit about my life. At the early age of 3, I started singing on the altar. My dad would back me up playing the guitar and I'd sing hymns. Those years passed so quick. 13 years old, I took my first drink of alcohol. No, I wasn't no alcoholic the first time I tasted of it. But one thing led to another, and I began to run with the wrong gang of boys. All at the same time, the mom that stood at home when I'd leave and try to tell me that I was doing wrong, and yeah, I thought she was old-fashioned. She was an old fogey. She didn't really know where it was at. After all, this is the now generation, the in crowd. I wanted to run with them. She couldn't quite hold me. So I sort of did my thing. Drinking. I walked into a teenage night spot one night and the music was blaring loudly, and from that night on it seemed like I wanted to be a rock and roll star, and anything that I had to do to obtain that was exactly what I would do. So from that night on I began to try. I began to play and sing rock and roll music. It wasn't too long until we became quite popular locally around South Florida. Not too long after that, a young man approached me as we were coming off stage and asked me if I'd like to record a record. Naturally, that was the rim that I wanted to think in. So I went to Miami the next week and we cut a record with a group called the Birdwatchers. The song was released 2 weeks from that date and began to be played nationally. It was picked by Billboard magazine to go into the top 40. We appeared on Dick Clark's Where the Action Is 3 times on national TV. Co-starred in a movie with Steve Alamo, which was our producer at the time. All these things seem like that. Come on, Sammy, just a little bit farther. Reach out, grab fame, grab success, popularity. And that's all that blinded my eyes. All that I could see, on top of a mom that prayed and the tears that I could see running down her face time after time when we'd leave off on trips. On those trips were the first thing that led me to the drug scene. Began taking pills. From pills to marijuana. From marijuana, I began to experiment with drugs. And that was my downfall. Playing with my mind, flirting with the things of Satan. Young person, it's not what it's cracked up to be. It'll destroy you. Don't let the world tell you that it's beautiful. I know that's not. Listen from a young man that has found where it's at. I do know where it's at. I know where it's at. I've had Christ injected into my bloodstream in the purest form. And He's where it's at. And now I can sing the words of this song and feel them. I couldn't tell you all my story because it'd take too long. But young person, you can kneel right where you're at, in your house, your car, or wherever you're hearing this at, and accept Christ. Listen. I have everything I need to make me happy. I have Jesus to show me the way, for He saved me and he gave me life eternal. And now